Here we are at Jubbah, a wonderful petroglyph site on the margin of the Great Nafud Desert in northern Saudi Arabia. Today, the environment at Jubbah is quite marginal for human existence. It's very dry, hot during most of the year. But these petroglyphs demonstrate that this was not always the case. In fact, on this one rock here, we have a succession of petroglyphs that demonstrate not only a succession of human cultures here, but also a succession of diverse faunas and ecosystems that inhabited this region. For example, and you can barely make out this petroglyph because the passage of the millennia has nearly erased it, but right here we can see the tracing of one horn of this wild cow. Here is the head, the other horn down here, the body right back here. These cattle, these wild cattle, are far more typical of this time period in Eurasia, even Western Europe, places that are much, much wetter than Jubbah today. And so this animal, and others that occur with it as petroglyphs, animals like various kinds of deer, goats, ibex, critters like that, they all indicate a much warmer, a much wetter and cooler environment in the distant past at Jubbah. Superimposed on this petroglyph of the wild cow is a petroglyph of a camel. We know that this camel came later because its outline actually takes over and is superimposed on part of the wild cow petroglyph. These camel petroglyphs are associated with Talmudic inscriptions just below, which can be dated to roughly 1500 to 1000 BC. And so what we have here is an indication of an earlier, wetter period when cattle, goats, and deer inhabited this region, followed by a much, much drier interval of time when camels and Bedouin people writing early Bedouin script followed up. So here in one place we have an example of changing cultures and changing environments over thousands of years.